Hey guys, Matthew here. Welcome to the video. So today I wanted to just talk about, the whole know, like, and trust thing. It's an obvious one, right? A lot of people know about it, but a lot of people aren't implementing it in the ways that they should be. So obviously, for a client to purchase from us, for a business to do business with us, they've got to, first of all, they've got to know about us, obviously, right? Then they've got to like us and they've got to trust us as well. And those are just givens. But the reason I'm making this video is because with LinkedIn, it's a notoriously short sales cycle, right? So if you think about it, they're not seeing our content for 6 to 12 months and then reaching out to us. Okay, that's not happening with this. We're going outbound. So we're going to them. We then want to obviously, position ourselves effectively, set up the call, which is typically, right, the first call is going to be 15 minutes. And then 5 days later, normally there'll be, a decision call, something like that. And in between those 5 days, we can also build a lot of trust. So maybe you might want to go see the client and actually meet them in person, right? That will help build trust. Maybe you can do, maybe send a video or something like this. That's going to build trust. Maybe it's just emails in general, whatever it is, because, we've only spoken to this client for 15 minutes. They've then got, a whole process to go through, right? So if we can, further position ourselves, this is really what we're doing. So, as I've mentioned before quite a few times, the way to win with LinkedIn is, if you can position yourself effectively. So, that first call, they're going to see some content from us before that first call, before we have that first 15-minute. And then after that 15-minute call, if they're interested, and obviously they're going to want to learn a little bit more, maybe do a little bit of research, have a look at some case studies, maybe speak to some references, whatever it is, we can then, send. Again, very similar to this email, right? We can send information throughout that period of time. And that just helps build trust with some clients, right? It helps build some certainty. It makes sure that they know what we're doing, that, we can actually help, we have a solution, all of those types of things. It really helps the call ratio, the closing ratio at that final call. So after the 15-minute call, they see maybe a couple of emails, we get back on the phone with that client, and that's where we're looking to close, right? Once we've maybe help them a little bit, once they've, increased some certainty with us, once they, like us and they trust us, right? This is what it's really about. So you got the 3 no's. As I said, that's an obvious one. First of all, they've got to know about you, right? And that's a lot, a lot of companies aren't doing that. They're kind of, they're not going outbound. They're just waiting for people to come to them. Because maybe, it's easier for them. But if we want to grow our businesses, right, I'm a big advocate of going outbound and, go and get that business, winning that business. So, yeah, obviously with the like, they've got to like you. And there's nothing I can really do about that, right? They've got to like you. You've got to be polite, obviously, the whole way through. Just, the obvious things, right? But the trust is something where we can help. If you've got that kind of sales collateral, maybe that kind of content, then, use it. A lot of people, they have some kind of content, but they don't actually use it. They might have references or testimonials, but they're not leveraging what they've got to, actually increase this certainty with prospects, right? Increase this trust. And, obviously the sales part as well, that is an area where we can help. So, I've had some clients generating a lot of leads. We've managed to position themselves and effectively. They've had, they're having a lot of 15-minute calls, trying to, get them to build this trust. And it doesn't happen straight away, right? It might take 30, 60 days, whatever it is. But then, maybe they're struggling on the other end of the phone. Maybe they just can't close that prospect. And again, that's somewhere where we can actually help you guys. That's another area where, if you're struggling, if you're getting through this whole way, you're kind of going 90% of the way there, and then you're just falling off at the end hurdle, basically. Then again, that's another area we can help. So we are helping people with that final sales call. If they're, having some objections that weren't expected, maybe this is the first time they're going outbound, then again, that's something that you might want to create some content around, right? If for the next time, a lot of people are having these objections, then, within your 5 days before the first call and the final call, you might want to create some content around that. Something that's going to help your prospects understand why this is different, or why, you've got a great solution, whatever that case may be. So, yeah, just want to make a quick video for you, kind of talk about, it's an obvious one, right? The 3 no's, they've got to know, like, and trust, but how do we do that? Because LinkedIn, the way that we're doing it, the way that we're approaching people, it is a notoriously short sales cycle. So if we can add extra things in, it's just really going to help. It's not all about LinkedIn, LinkedIn's where they are. That's not going to help us close the sales. There's other things that we've got to do personally that, are then really going to help close the sale and stuff like that. So look, I hope this video, it helps a little bit. I hope it makes sense in terms of why, we should be positioning ourselves and looking to build as much trust in a quick time, and in the quickest time really as possible. So yeah, I hope it helps. Let me know if you've got any questions, and just start thinking of ways that you might be able to build some trust. You might have a couple of case studies. Could you get a video interview, something like that? I mean, it doesn't have to always be that way, but it just helps new prospects, right? These are new people. They haven't heard about our business before. So anything that we can do to kind of put them on ease a little bit, make sure that they know they're making a good decision, that this is the right decision for them, obviously, then, it's really going to help aid your sales process as well. It's going to just completely remove any friction. That's what we want to do. We don't want friction, obviously. We want to be able to add some value if we can as well. That's going to build some trust, and they're going to like us a little bit more. So yeah, I hope it helps, guys. Let me know if you've got any questions. As always, drop me an email, and I will look forward to speaking with you shortly.